The story begins by explaining about Dragon Balls, which grant wishes to anyone who can gather them all, as the great Shenlong appears to fulfill these wishes. We're also given a quick recap of Goku's journey. Starting from a very young age, he encountered the Dragon Balls and met many friends who would become crucial in his life. As Goku grew, he became incredibly powerful. He discovered with the arrival of some aliens that he was actually one of them, a Saiyan. He learned he was sent to Earth right after he was born. Throughout his journey, he faced numerous enemies to protect Earth, which he now considered home. Some of these enemies even became friends, and the Z Warriors continued to grow in number. Now, the new plot of this series begins as we travel to the demonic world, specifically to the Central Palace. Here we meet two characters, Goma, the second in command after Dabura, the king of the underworld, and Dejesu, the younger brother of Shin, the supreme Kai of the East. Both characters are using the power of the demonic world to connect with events in the normal world, where they notice that their king Dabura was controlled by Babidi's magic. This angers them, as Dabura was their ruler. They also observe the presence of the Z Warriors and how they opposed Babidi's plans with the help of Shin, the supreme Kai. As they watch, Goma and Dejesu note the impressive power of Goku and the others, though they find it odd that the Z Warriors have round ears, unlike beings from the underworld, who always have pointed ears, a trait that indicates great power. They then witness the birth of Majin Buu, who ends up consuming Dabura. Dejesu tells Goma that the bright side is that Goma can now become the king of the underworld as Dabura's successor. They also observe something unusual on Earth, a Makuse, which was thought to be extinct. Additionally, they notice a Porunga, known as Shenlong on Earth. Dejesu studies the details of how to summon Shenlong. Meanwhile, Majin Buu manages to escape Babidi's control, but transforms, becoming even more powerful. The Z Warriors face him in battle, but Goma worries that Buu's unmatched strength could lead him to defeat them, and then pursue him in the underworld. However, Goma soon recognizes Goku's immense strength, as he gathers energy from the universe for the Genki Dama, the Spirit Bomb, ultimately defeating Buu. As he triumphs, Goku bids an epic farewell to Buu. With Majin Buu gone, Dejesu congratulates Goma on becoming the new king of the underworld. Both are overjoyed and they celebrate. Until Dr. Arisu, Dejesu's sister, arrives. She congratulates the new king and asks him to continue funding her experiments and research. Goma hesitates. Arisu warns him that it would be disastrous if the Z Warriors ever reached the demonic world, although Dejesu believes it's impossible, as they wouldn't be able to find King Goma's palace. Still, her comment leaves Goma uneasy. Determined, Goma decides to gather the Dragon Balls of the underworld to get rid of the Z Warriors. Dejesu reminds him that the underworld's Dragon Balls are guarded by three powerful warriors, the Tamagamis, who possess seemingly unlimited strength. Undeterred, Goma reveals his plan to travel to Earth through the Dragon Balls there, enlisting the help of Xiao Chenglong. Dejesu also reminds Goma that they can't simply wish for the Z Warriors to disappear, but Goma is already aware of this and explains that he only plans to revert them to their childhood forms. This way, their powers would be diminished, making them less of a threat. Dejesu agrees, thinking it's a brilliant plan. Just then, they realize that Dr. Arinsu has been eavesdropping on their conversation. She wishes them luck on their mission, which makes them a bit uneasy. Still confident in their plan, they celebrate. Goma recalls that he has 3 wishes to make. For his second wish, he plans to request the legendary Third Evil Eye, an artifact said to grant its bearer unparalleled powers when placed in front. This eye had been passed down through the underworld's royal lineage, but it was lost during the reign of Dabura's father, Abura. This loss prevented Dabura from resisting Babidi's magical control. As for the third wish, Goma is unsure of what to request. Dejesu suggests that he leave it up to him, promising to think of something. Goma then announces that his coronation as the new king must come first before they head to Earth. While they prepare, a mysterious figure hidden in the shadows listens to their plans. After a few days, Goma awaits the arrival of an old Namekian named Neva, who has spent generations living in the underworld, Goma observes one of the Dragon Balls within his kingdom, which is noticeably larger than those on Earth. However, he knows he cannot use it, as the powerful Tamagamis guard it closely. Once Neva arrives, the three set off on their mission. It's apparent that Goma tries to distance himself from Neva, as he is not accustomed to water and prefers to stay at the front of the ship to navigate. Neva, curious about their destination, asks about their plans, and they reveal their intentions. Neva reminds them that traveling to Earth is forbidden, but Degesu assures him that Goma, as the new king, secured the necessary permits. As they proceed, they encounter a guardian of the underworld, who initially refuses to let them pass. Degesu provides the secret code, 0493, which allows them access to the quantum tunnel, a passage connected to multiple realities. In the tunnel, they encounter a celestial guardian who inquires about their destination. They request passage to Universe 7, specifically Section 3, the closest area to Earth. The celestial guardian remarks that this location has become quite popular recently, revealing that Dr. Arinsu had also visited this planet. This revelation worries Goma, but before he can react, the guardian insists they move quickly, opening the gates to their destination. Meanwhile, on Earth, the Z Warriors are celebrating Trunks' 9th birthday. They joke about his height, noticing he's still quite short. Goku explains that Saiyans usually experience a growth spurt after age 15, though there are exceptions like Vegeta, who didn't grow as much. Vegeta warns Goku to stop teasing him, or he'll face his wrath. Just then, Goku greets the Supreme Kai and Kibito, noticing that they've separated despite once being fused. Shin explains that similar to Goku and Vegeta's fusion in the past, he and Kibito separated after being absorbed by Majin Buu. The good version of Majin Buu now joins the Z Warriors as an ally. The Supreme Kai asks about Gohan, and Goku shares that after all the battles, Gohan has finally been able to focus on his studies. With the current peace, Gohan has taken a break from fighting to concentrate on academics. After finishing his meal, Goku suggests a training session with Vegeta, who eagerly accepts. The two engage in a fierce sparring match, showcasing their strength as some of the mightiest warriors in the universe. Their friends, already familiar with their rivalry, simply let them be knowing how they are. Goku and Vegeta continue their training, pushing each other to new limits. While the others enjoy Trunks' birthday party, Goku and Vegeta's sparring starts to intensify. Vegeta unleashes one of his best techniques, pushing Goku to respond in kind. Goku seizes an opening, and taking advantage of Vegeta's brief distraction, surprises him with a quick move, catching him off guard. Meanwhile, Mr. Popo and Dende watch from the sacred temple, wishing they could join in the celebration. However, they know they must stay vigilant to protect the temple in case of any unexpected dangers. Just then, Goma's ship appears and lands nearby. Goma, Degesu, and Neva emerge, and Neva is thrilled to finally encounter a fellow Namekian after so many years. Without wasting time, Goma demands Dende hand over the Dragon Balls, but Dende refuses, explaining that they are scattered across the Earth, and sensing a dark energy within Goma's group. Goma, expecting this, reveals that he brought Neva for this purpose. Neva, an ancient Namekian sorcerer, created the Demon Realm's Dragon Balls and their formidable guardians, the Tamagamis, who have protected them for centuries, preventing any wishes from being made. Neva then uses his dark powers to locate the Earth's Dragon Balls, despite their dormant stone state. After a powerful spell, Neva manages to pinpoint the Dragon Balls' locations, gathering them at the temple in an instant. Degesu asks Neva if he knows how to reactivate the Dragon Balls more quickly. Neva obliges, impressing Dende with his power, which far surpasses what Dende believed any Namekian capable of. Still, Dende resists, giving them the invocation phrase. However, Degesu had already taken note of it and begins the summoning himself, invoking the phrase, Eternal Dragon, Shenron. As Shenron appears in a grand display, the Z Warriors feel the sky darken. Bulma, noticing this, gets puzzled, knowing the Dragon Balls are supposed to be dormant. Meanwhile, Supreme Kai Shin and Kibito sense an unusual presence nearby, and wonder who it could be. Shenron asks for their wish, and Goma immediately requests to transform the Zed warriors and their allies into children. Shenron, seeking clarification, asks for more specifics, as he is unsure how young to make them. Goma replies, suggesting the age of elementary school children, and adds that those already young should be made even younger. With this, Shenron begins to grant the wish. All over the Zed warriors, along with their friends and family, feel a strange energy transforming them. Goku and Vegeta, too, are reverted to their younger selves, appearing as children once again. In a final scene, we see a mysterious figure from the demon realm has also arrived on Earth, lurking in the shadows, and with this, the episode comes to an end.